1893. Sri Aurobindo was coming back from the West to India to surprise her from her slumber of inertia. After 14 years in England, Sri Aurobindo touched the soil of India early in 1893 at Aurobindo, Bombay. Mother India welcomed him, embracing him with a vast peace. At the age of 5, Sri Aurobindo had been admitted into an English convent school at Darjeeling. Then, when 7, he had been taken to England. His parents, Dr. Ghosh and Sonlata Devi, child Sri Aurobindo, transplanted in the alien earth at that tender age, Sri Aurobindo was made to study at Manchester, London and Cambridge, shining everywhere as a brilliant student. But when it came to passing the ICS, he deliberately absented himself from the writing test and got himself disqualified. But irresistible was the call of Mother India, the mother who was beautiful, who was divine. On the eve of leaving England, young Sri Aurobindo wrote, "Me from her lotus heaven, Saraswati has called to regions of eternal snow, and the Ganges, pacing to the southern sea, Ganges upon whose shores the flowers of Eden blow." After reaching India, Sri Aurobindo straightaway went to Baroda and took up a job assigned to him by the Gaikwad, Maharaja Sayaji Rao. 13 years Sri Aurobindo spent at Baroda as a secretary to the Maharaja, then as a professor of French and English at the Maharaja's College, later its vice principal, and then as its acting principal. During this period, he married Mrinalini Devi at Calcutta. But his main activities, even during this period, could seldom be discerned from the surface. He was having a rendezvous with the soul of India, with her magnificent heritage. He knew that the supreme mysteries of the creation and of man's destiny are hidden here. And the supreme discoveries of these mysteries, too, must be possible here. To Sri Aurobindo, Mother India was not a piece of earth. She was a power, a godhead. Now her freedom became his first concern. Following his direction, some of his trusted lieutenants organized secret societies at several places in India. Members of these militant societies were prepared to make any sacrifice for the cause of independence. Preparing the ground for a nationwide political upsurge was not the only thing which preoccupied him then. He was determined to achieve unity with God. Once, here in Kashmir, on Shankaracharya Hill, there came to him spontaneously the experience of the vacant infinite. Experience after experience followed. But still his first and foremost concern was the awakening and the liberation of India. The government wanted to strike a fatal blow to the emerging spirit of nationalism in India, particularly in Bengal. Lord Curzon introduced his notorious scheme for the partition of Bengal. Immediately, there was a determined protest from the people. In a mammoth gathering, patriots and educationists of Bengal, under the leadership of Raja Subodh Malik, swooped down upon the main center of the revolutionary youths at Murari Pukur Gardens of Calcutta, Sri Aurobindo's paternal property. Simultaneously, the government arrested Sri Aurobindo. For 1 year, the trial continued in the Alipur Sessions Court, before the judge, Mr. Beechcroft. He had been Sri Aurobindo's classmate at Cambridge. Major newspapers were full of reports of the day-to-day proceedings. But while the outside world was full of sensation, Sri Aurobindo remained as detached as a remote star. He was having splendid spiritual experiences of realizing Vasudeva as a divine in every object, in every being. Guidance to proceed to the French colony of Pondicherry. Now he must dedicate himself to explore the uncharted horizons of man's destiny. Providence had chosen Pondicherry for this adventure in consciousness. Sri Aurobindo was received by his admirers at Pondicherry and was taken to the house of Shankar Chetty on the 4th of April, 1910. As came the mother, so gathered around her the children from all parts of the world, not ascetic sannyasis, but sadhaks of a life based on spiritual realization. The ideal being, the attainment to the life divine here, on this earth and in the earthly existence. Thus grew the Sri Aurobindo Ashram spontaneously in the course of the years, with Sri Aurobindo and the mother as its center. An eternal perfection is molding us into its own on the 5th of December, 1950. For 4 days the body remained aglow with the light which he had brought down. Descending from the high mountain peak, the river, at its first fall on earth, may play violence with the earth. But for miles and miles thereafter, it makes the earth smile with flora and makes her children smile with life. Perhaps through a colossal strategic sacrifice, symbolized in giving up the body, Sri Aurobindo facilitated the flow of the supramental light into the earth that will usher in the dawn of man's new destiny. The body was laid in Samadhi on the 9th December. This is how the mother's inscription describes the significance of the Master's body. To thee who has been the material envelope of our Master, to thee our infinite gratitude. Before thee who has worked, struggled, suffered, hoped, endured so much, before thee who has willed all, attempted all, prepared, achieved all for us, before thee we bow down and implore that we may never forget, even for a moment, all we owe to thee.